What happens when one of the most glamorous love stories in Hollywood suddenly falls apart after nearly 20 years of being told? Nicole Kidman has at long last disclosed the incredibly upsetting truth regarding the reasons behind her divorce from Keith Urban. As a result of her statement, "I can't pretend anymore," shockwaves have been sent throughout the Hollywood industry. Over the course of many years, their marriage was lauded as an exceptional example of a celebrity couple that stays together. Smiles on the red carpet, posts commemorating anniversaries, and photographs of the family that looked immaculate. On the other hand, Nicole was unable to ignore the reality that was hiding behind those glossy images. In addition, the moment she made her statement, fans understood that this was not merely another breakup. It was a bombshell that connected love, betrayal, and a fortune that was worth more than $325 million, 0 cents, all at the same time. It came as a complete surprise to everyone when Nicole Kidman filed for divorce on September 30th, 2025. In a single court document after 18 years of marriage, the couple divorced. TMZ was the first news outlet to report that the famous actress, who had won an Academy Award, had filed for divorce in Los Angeles, citing differences that could not be reconciled. Upon initial inspection, it appeared to be a typical Hollywood celebrity split. However, after that, rumors started to circulate. Nicole had informed her friends that she could no longer continue to act as if nothing was wrong. Not only was that one phrase, "I can't pretend anymore," emotional, but it was also explosive. After all these years, her fans were left wondering exactly what it was that she had been pretending to be. It appeared as though Nicole and Keith had everything they could possibly want. The actress, who was a recipient of an Academy Award and whose career spanned several decades, he is a country superstar who has won a Grammy and is adored by millions of people. The two of them came together to form a blended family, a portfolio of 11 properties with a combined value of more than $56 million, 0 cents, as well as 2 stunning daughters. However, as every fan of Hollywood gossip is well aware, outward appearances are not always accurate. The reason for this is that while Nicole was walking the red carpet, Keith was traveling to stadiums all over the world. Additionally, cracks started to appear in the midst of all the glitz and glamour, fractures that would eventually lead to the dissolution of their marriage. For years, tension had been building up between the couple, according to sources close to the relationship. On page 6, it was revealed that Keith Urban was not merely uninterested in Nicole's most recent project, the independent drama Baby Girl, but that he was also claimed to harbor resentment toward her. According to reports, he was adamantly opposed to the film and voiced his disapproval in public. There was more to this than just a movie. Deeper conflicts were at the center of it. In addition to Nicole's career decisions and Keith's touring schedule, there are 2 people who are developing in different ways. Arguments and extended periods of separation were commonplace in their home life, which took place behind closed doors. Then the rumor hit, which was the final straw that caused everything to fall apart. A new woman had entered Keith's life, which sparked rumors of betrayal among his friends and family. Right then and there, Nicole's statement, "I can't pretend anymore," made complete and utter sense. However, there is a surprise element. This divorce pertains to more than just the loss of love. Not only is it about money and power, but it also involves one of the most shocking prenuptial agreements in the history of Hollywood, due to the fact that the cocaine clause was concealed within the legal paperwork, which has been referred to by various gossip outlets. And it is possible that this clause is the sole reason that Keith Urban is able to walk away with a payday worth multiple millions of dollars. Reports indicate that Nicole insisted on including a stringent condition in their prenuptial agreement when she married Keith in the year 2006. Previously, Keith had been open about his struggles with substance abuse, and Nicole desired to be protected from him. It was stipulated in the clause that Nicole would be entitled to everything in the event that Keith relapsed into substance or alcohol abuse. However, if he remained sober, there would be an additional benefit. Nicole has agreed to pay Keith $600,000, 0 cents, for each year that she remains sober throughout the duration of their marriage. It is possible to calculate $10,800,000, 0 cents by multiplying that by 18 years. When bonuses and adjustments are taken into account, the total payout will amount to an astounding $12 million. take that into consideration for a moment. The tabloids' relapses and rehabilitation were all things that Nicole was there for Keith through. And now, as they're leaving, those struggles have developed into a line item that is literally worth millions of dollars in the divorce settlement that they have reached. In addition to being a shocking headline, the cocaine clause is more than that. And the fact that even love in Hollywood can be reduced to financial calculations is brought to mind by this experience. However, money was not the only contested territory. Custody was also given. Nicole was awarded primary custody of their daughters, Sunday Rose and Faith Margaret, as stated in the documents filed with the court. The statistical data tells the story. The annual custody time for Nicole is 36 days. His age is only 59. When it comes to divorces in Hollywood, custody is not just about getting parenting time. The leverage, reputation, and yes, money are all important factors. As far as Nicole is concerned, it means having control over her daughter's upbringing and providing them with stability. As a painful reminder of what he has lost, it is a source of pain for Keith. Not only a marriage, but their day-to-day lives together with their children. The emotional weight that was concealed within those numbers was also something that fans couldn't help but notice, due to the fact that in a divorce, these numbers speak louder than words in this public setting. The fans started digging into the timeline while Nicole was in the process of filing paperwork. However, at that point, the situation became even more suspicious. Nicole had just 3 months earlier published a gushing anniversary post on Instagram celebrating nearly 20 years of marriage to Keith. This is the kind of post that inspires fans to believe in love. Photos of people smiling, captions that are full of heart. However, just a few weeks later, it was reported that Keith was signing protective custody documents behind closed doors. In private, there is a public romance. Suddenly, the contrast was shocking. If Nicole had been acting the part even back then, was it just a sham that the anniversary post was made? The fans couldn't stop asking that question over and over again. During this time, rumors about Keith's midlife crisis served only to add fuel to the fire of gossip. There were sources within Keith's inner circle who described him as restless and distant, according to TMZ, which reported that Keith had been acting in an erratic manner. It was suggested in the same article that his way of life had become increasingly incompatible with Nicole's choice of lifestyle. Stability, a home life, and meaningful roles were all things that she desired. He yearned for freedom, freedom of movement and nightlife. Their paths, which had been parallel in the past, had completely diverged. It was at that moment that Nicole finally admitted, "I can't pretend anymore." There was more to it than just a single fight, a single movie, or a single rumor. The tension that had been building up for years finally came to a head. But here is what insiders in the Hollywood industry found most shocking. The divorce petition was submitted with unusual level of precision, despite all of the drama and rumors that were going around. The spousal support was waived by Nicole. She consented to the terms of the prenuptial agreement. The schedule for custody was broken down into the day-by-day details. It was not a chaotic and emotional explosion that occurred. This was an exit that was very calculated and carefully planned. Fans were left wondering whether Nicole had been preparing for this all along during the entire process. After the dust had settled, the scoreboard for the finances became more transparent. The majority of Nicole's fortune is still in her possession, despite the fact that her estimated net worth is $250 million, 0 cents. Additionally, she maintains her properties in New York and Sydney, which are the crown jewels of their real estate empire. He walks away with his Nashville mansion, which is estimated to be worth approximately $75 million, 0 cents. As a result of the cocaine clause, a payout of $12 million was made. Both are expected to emerge wealthy on paper. However, in the entertainment industry, outward appearances are not the most important thing, because reputations, legacies, and public sympathy can be more valuable than financial gain. And this is where Nicole may have achieved the victory in a quiet way by refocusing the divorce on the emotional truth that she was experiencing. I am no longer able to pretend. Throughout the story, she is in charge. Fans have the impression that she is courageous, genuine, and unwilling to live a lie. On the other hand, Keith is being plagued by rumors of a new woman, a midlife crisis, and a career that is being overshadowed by gossip. When it comes to the court of public opinion, Nicole's choice to remain silent is more persuasive than any press release. There is no denying the emotional fallout that has occurred. Imagine for a moment that you have built a life, a family, and a legacy, and then you watch it fall apart in the news and in court documents. Nicole has decided to maintain her silence in public, and she has not agreed to any interviews or statements. As for Keith, he has also remained silent and avoided making any public comments. In spite of this, each new leak and each new report allows them to tell the story for themselves. There is a possibility that the marriage has ended, but the storm of gossip has just begun. To what extent can we draw conclusions from all of this? It is possible that even the most glamorous Hollywood couples are unable to escape the pressures of fame, fortune, and the imperfections that come with being human. Perhaps it's because love, no matter how profound it may be, is not always able to endure conflicts between careers, differences in lifestyle, and the scrutiny of the public. It's also possible that the reality that lies behind every flawless Instagram post is something that we will never be able to fully comprehend. The words spoken by Nicole Kidman, which I can no longer pretend to ignore, are not solely about her marriage. The illusion of perfection that we all buy into when it comes to the lives of celebrities is the subject of these stories. And with that, here's the catch. This tale is not yet finished. This is due to the fact that Hollywood insiders believe that additional secrets will be revealed in the months to come, despite the fact that Nicole and Keith may have finalized their divorce. Further information regarding the new woman, additional insights into Keith's struggles during his midlife, and possibly even Nicole's next chapter, both professionally and personally, are all forthcoming. It is important to remember that in Hollywood, every conclusion is merely the beginning of a new act. So I have to ask you this. Do you believe that Nicole made the right decision when she finally left? Was it the cry of a woman discovering her freedom that I could no longer pretend to be? Perhaps it was a carefully crafted line that was intended to win the sympathy of the general public. In the comments section below, please share your thoughts. Read each and every one of them.